Welcome to Silvercrest Elementary in Pearland. I'm with the second graders this morning. How are you guys doing? They have already told me they're the best elementary school in Pearland, and I'm not going to tell you what they told me who was second, but we know Silvercrest is the best, right? Yeah! So we've got some cool things planned. I want to read my children's book to you. We want to talk about the weather, what makes the weather, what makes rain, what happens when it's dry, and then I need some of you guys to help me. And on top of that, we have three very special classmates who are going to do the weather live on KPRC2. Are you guys ready for this? Yeah! Okay, I wrote a book a few years ago. It's called A Wild Ride on the Water Cycle, a Jake and Alice adventure. Jake is my oldest son, Jacob. Alice is my grandmother's name. I have three daughters, and so I couldn't pick one to say, well, it can't be Amber, it can't be Abby, it can't be Aubrey. So Alice is my grandmother, so that's who Alice is. They're two drops of water. So Jake and Alice hang out together just like you do with your friends. They laugh and play and sometimes even cry together. But they're very different from your friends because they are drops of water. Jake and Alice met so long ago there were still dinosaurs in the water and on land. Jake, who is shy and quiet, saw all these strange creatures around. When he noticed Alice, who was brave and adventurous, splashing near the shore, he swam over to her. He didn't feel so alone anymore. "Nice to meet you," said Alice. "Ah, don't fret. They look tough, but they won't hurt you." Now, Jake didn't know if he believed her, but he splashed around with her anyway. Before long, he had forgotten his fear and made a new friend. Now, there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex that was drinking water at the edge of the lake. "Oh, let's get closer so we can touch its teeth," said Alice. Jake just quivered. She grabbed his hand. "Don't worry, Jake. I'll protect you." They drifted closer, and the dinosaur swallowed the two friends whole. "Whoa, what's happening?" they shouted as they slipped and slid down the dinosaur's long throat. Now, when they finally landed in his stomach, it was pitch black. Alice said, "Well, I guess that wasn't such a good idea." They stayed close to each other in the dark, so it wasn't so scary. But with no sunlight, their days began to run together. They sloshed around telling jokes and stories until one day the whole world shook. The mighty dinosaur fell to the ground and died. Now, when any living thing dies, the earth absorbs the water inside the body. Jake and Alice were pulled from the blackness of the dinosaur into the warm brown of the earth. Plant and tree roots surrounded them like a spider's web. Jake got scared again. "Don't worry, Jake," said Alice. "I'm here. I won't leave you." Now, Jake remembered how she had gotten them swallowed by the dinosaur, but he didn't say anything because he knew she was a good friend. Now, like all living things, trees need water to survive. Water drops carry vital nutrients to vegetation. Jake held Alice's hand. Alice held Jake's hand as the tree root drew them in for nourishment. From the root, they traveled up the tall trunk, out onto a limb, and into the veins of a leaf. Everything looked bright and green, and the two friends swayed gently in the breeze. They relaxed, feeling the warmth of the sun. Now, as the temperatures warmed, Jake and Alice began to feel funny. Suddenly, they felt themselves floating away. "Alice, where are you?" said Jake. "I'm right here, Jake, but where are you?" The friends had transformed from liquid water into invisible water vapor. They were in danger of losing each other. Now, they were both scared. Alice grasped around in the air until she found Jake's hand. "I've got you." Now, she grabbed him just in time, because what started out as a slow ascent quickly turned into a race upward. They felt like they were in a rocket launching into space. They were caught in an updraft, a part of a storm that brings moisture from the ground to the very tops of the clouds. As they climbed higher and higher, the temperature got colder. Jake and Alice began to shiver and then to freeze. Their bodies started collecting ice. The ice built up until they were in the center of a baseball-sized piece of hail. Once they reached the top of the cloud, they shot back to the earth at 100 miles an hour. This was a wild ride. On the ground, Jake and Alice melted quickly. The sun shone on them and they evaporated for a second time. "Oh no, here we go again," said Alice. But this time, they didn't travel nearly as fast or go as far. They turned from invisible water vapor into drops of rain and fell, landing with a splash into a river. Now Jake was getting used to this adventure. "This is fun, Alice," he called, as they raced down the rushing river. When they slowed down, they found themselves in a huge ocean. This body of water would be their home for a very long time. For many years, Jake and Alice explored the seas. They swam through all the oceans of the world. They played with dolphins and whales in the Pacific, saw colorful coral reefs near Australia, and even hung out with penguins in the Antarctic. Their journey took 2,000 years. It didn't seem very long to Jake and Alice. They were best friends now. They splashed around all around the world, talking endlessly about the fascinating sights along the way. Now, one especially hot summer day in the Atlantic Ocean, Alice noticed thunderstorms a short distance away. Now, she was experienced enough to know that soon she and Jake would become water vapor again and begin their journey to the sky. She was not worried. But this time was different. As Jake and Alice had rocketed up, they condensed into a raging swirl of clouds. It was loud, windy, and scary. "Stay together," Alice shouted. "What?" Jake called, spinning away from her. Alice caught Jake's just as the clouds started to circle the eye of the storm. As the storm moved into the Gulf of Mexico, Jake and Alice's speed picked up. They held on for dear life as the winds around the center of the hurricane twisted at 125 miles an hour. Jake thought his life was over. Finally, the hurricane made landfall in Galveston Island in Texas. Jake and Alice turned from a spinning cloud into huge raindrops. Friction and gravity flatten all raindrops when they fall from the sky, so they fell to the ground shaped like hamburgers. This wasn't a gentle rain shower, it was a torrential downpour. Jake and Alice were part of a powerful flood that damaged homes and cars and uprooted trees. "Oh no," said Alice. "Did we do this?"
No.
After many hours, the floodwaters receded. Jake and Alice seeped back into the earth. This time, they passed all the roots. They sank deeper and deeper into the earth until they reached a pool of fresh water. They landed in what's called an aquifer, the source of where we get our drinking water. "What's next?" thought the friends. They waited and waited for their next adventure, but absolutely nothing happened. Water can be in the ground for 10,000 years and go as deep as 1,000 feet, sometimes more. Jake and Alice did a lot of swimming and a lot of talking. If they weren't best friends who had been on many adventures together, they would have gotten really, really bored. It seemed to take an eternity, but finally Jake and Alice climbed to the surface of the earth. Underground pipes pulled them into a kitchen refrigerator freezer. "Ooh, it is cold in here. Where are we?" Jake whispered. As his teeth chattered, they turned from water into a frozen cube of ice. It was the coldest they had ever been. Even hugs couldn't warm them up. Too cold to even talk, they stayed in the dark freezer for a few days. Finally, the freezer door opened and the light went on. A boy named Tom reached in and scooped them up. He put them in a glass of water. Jake and Alice began to melt. The boy put the cup to his mouth. "Not again," said Jake. Alice laughed. "I wonder if he knows he's drinking the same water that dinosaur drank." Jake laughed too. Down the hatch they went. It was just as dark as it had been inside the T-Rex. So Tom finished his water and went outside to play soccer. It was a hot, sunny day. As his body temperature rose, he started to perspire. Guess who came out of the pores of Tom's forehead to cool him off? That's right. Jake and Alice became beads of sweat. They soon evaporated off Tom's skin. They rose gently to the sky and became a small part of a beautiful, puffy, cumulus cloud. The clouds provided shade to Tom and his friends who played beneath them. Jake and Alice floated gently above the United States' clouds. On nice days, they transformed into cirrus clouds, soaring 30,000 feet above the earth. In San Antonio, Texas, they hugged the ground as fog, which is a stratus cloud on the ground. They saw stunning mountain peaks, and the view of the ocean from up in the sky was breathtaking. As summer turned to fall and fall to winter, the beautiful colors below them faded, and the temperatures got cold again. Jake and Alice started falling from the cloud. As Jake looked at his friends, he realized she had never looked so beautiful. They had become snowflakes gliding gently to the ground. They landed in a frozen lake in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Ice skaters enjoyed the winter, laughing and swirling around the ice. Jake and Alice loved watching the skaters. The friends had become part of the ice, so they had a very good view. 3 months later, as winter turned to spring, the friends melted into the lake. Looking around, Jake realized that they had returned to the same spot where they had met all those years ago. There were even creatures drinking off the shore, but none were as big as the dinosaurs. Alice clutched Jake's hand. Ooh, let's stay in the middle and swim for a while. It's much safer here. Jake laughed and splashed her. Aren't you ready to take another wild ride? Don't worry, Alice. I'll protect you. The end. So that story is a story, if you guys haven't done your weather units yet, on the water cycle. And so the water cycle is this. Let me show you. Here's Jake and Alice, okay? I'm going to take 2 drops of water, right? 1, there's Jake, there's Alice, okay, right? 2 drops of water. If you look, you can see them. If I go like this, and I squish my hands together, and my hands get warm, and where did Jake and Alice go? I did not kill Jake and Alice. I did not make them disappear forever. I simply transformed them because of the heat of my hands from liquid into gas. So Jake and Alice are still here, but they're evaporating and they're climbing to the roof of your building, of the school. That's Jake and Alice. If we were outside and it was a warm, or like today, and it's a warm sunny day, just like this. If I took this and did this outside, Jake and Alice would go up, and you know what? We would look outside. Eventually, they would become part of a cloud. So they're becoming liquid, or they start as liquid, and then they turn into gas. Does that make sense, everybody? Let me show a different demonstration to kind of help you get this. I need a volunteer now. 2 volunteers. I need a boy and a girl. So we're going to do this. We're going to have Jake and Alice and 2 of their friends. So I'm going to do 1 drop, Jake, Alice, Enrique, and Marcia. Okay? We're just making that up. Okay, let's see. I need really strong kids. Come on up. And then, okay, come on up. Okay, it's all right. We got a couple more things to do. Okay, what's your name?
Lucy.
Missy. Everyone say hi to Missy.
Lucy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lucy. Oh my God, Lucy. Everyone say hi to Lucy. All right? Don't say hi to Missy. We don't like Missy. We like Lucy, all right? Okay, what's your name?
Charles.
Charles.
Drew.
Jeru. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys sit back down. I'm going to go home now, okay? Jeru. Everyone say hi to Jeru. Okay, what I need you to do is I need you to press that, squeeze it as much as you can until it gets really hard. And then tell me when you can't go anymore. Got it? Okay. I want you to tell me what the temperature is. Can you read what the temperature is there? It's in Celsius. What's the number you see? 26. When we started, I forgot to do this part of it. My bad. When we started, it was 22 degrees Celsius in here. Lucy now made it 26 degrees. So we're heating it up. Okay, Jeru, I want you to use your muscles because we need, what we're going to do is we're going to make Jake, Alice, and their 2 friends turn into a cloud in front of us. Okay, but you need muscles. You got it? You got it as much as you can? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys are strong. You did great. Okay, let's see if we can make and turn them into clouds. So what did we do? We heated it up in here. We put liquid in here. We heated up the bottle. Let's see if we can make Jake and Alice, Jeru and Lucy turn into clouds. So did you see? Heat. So heat, man, good job, Lucy. Jeru, great job. Oh, you know what? That was great. Otherwise, nothing would have happened. Go ahead and have a seat. So Jake and Alice are 2 drops of rain. Let's also talk about what's happening because they're rising. So the heat inside the bottle is rising. The heat from my hands making them rise. So I need 4 more people. Okay, so who kind of cried and said, oh, they missed it? Who was that? You guys are already doing something. Okay, come on up. Come on up, and then I need a boy. Come on up. Yep, I need one more. Come on up, quick. I need another boy. Okay, yeah, come on up. Yep, come on up. So we're going to talk about heat. Whoever I call, yep, come on up. Ready? What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, easy. I got Alex. Okay, what's your name?
Eleanor.
Eleanor, easy. I got Eleanor. Okay, what's your name?
Sadika.
Oh, I got to listen here.
Sadika.
Sadika?
No.
No.
Sadika.
We got it? Everyone hearing it? Everyone heard it on TV? Yes?
Steven.
Steven! We got to see. Okay, so we're going to work on heat. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys all a bottle. I want you to cup that bottle at the bottom. Your warm hands. Is everybody's hand warm? Let me see if your hand's warm. Good. Warm? Good. Warm? Good. Oh, wow. Those are some hot hands. Hot hands. Okay. So I'm going to give you a bottle. You're going to hold it and cup it. And then we're going to see what happens when your warm hands hit a cold liquid. Are you ready? Okay, just stand. Everyone face that way. So you're blue, Stephen. Cup it. What happens? Okay, cup it. What's happening to the purple? Cup it. It's a hand boiler. Hand boiler because your hands are boiling the bottom, and so everything is lifting, and now it's boiling. So do you see how warmth lifts? And in the atmosphere, that lift creates clouds, it creates rain, it can create snow, but in this case, it's lifting the liquid up. Everyone give them a big round of applause. Good job. Thank you so much. Okay. So what we just witnessed with the clouds is we witnessed evaporation. We also get condensation. On a day like today, starts with clear skies, you get clouds that build up. Do you see how it's building up? The warmth of the ground is creating these clouds to condense. If they're able to build up in the sky, like today they're not going to be able to build up too tall. But on certain days they can build up really high, and then you get rain, and then you can also get lightning. So that's what's happening on a day like Friday, for example. So that's how we get rain, from that building up. But it doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's dry outside like today, and that's because high pressure is near us. So what's happening is, first of all, with wind travels from high to low pressure. Air pressure is the weight of a column of air above a surface. So we have weight above us that we really don't feel, but there is a weight with high pressure. It's heavier. It's light with low pressure. Low pressure lifts, high pressure sinks. So high pressure is heavy, low pressure is light. Now I need 2 more people to help me. Come on up. Come on up. So here's what I've done. Look at the corner. So this is going to represent high pressure. High pressure sinks. Come on over here. High pressure sinks. So this is low pressure on the ground. High pressure goes to the ground, it sinks, and it traps low pressure beneath it. So on a day when high pressure is really strong, clouds have a hard time building up. So try to lift that straight up, not to an angle, straight up. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, good. How hard was that? Difficult. Kind of tough. Well, you're a strong kid. Lift straight up, okay? Lift straight up. Go ahead. What's your name?
Peyton.
I'm sorry?
Peyton.
Peyton. Okay, everyone say hi to Peyton?
Hi.
I didn't bring the mic over. Just lift it straight up. And just kind of tell me what that feels like. Go ahead, straight up. Not at an angle, but straight. Ugh. So do you see how high pressure is sinking? Now, once you're moving it, you're going to create air under it, and you're going to get it. But this is an example. Good job. Everyone give them a round of applause. So high pressure is heavy. It holds down clouds. It prevents rain from building up. So today, high pressure is in control. Friday, low pressure moves in, and so we're going to get rain Friday morning. So this is how I forecast the weather. I have satellites, I have radar, I have recording stations, like I know here in Pearland right now, temperatures are in the 70s. I have surface maps. Look at where the high is here. How clear is it under this area of high pressure? There are no clouds. Look at where all the clouds are, where all the other areas of low pressure are. I have weather models that show me where the highs and the lows are expected to be. And I also look outside. If the rock is wet, it's raining. If the rock is swaying, it's windy. If the rock is hot, it's sunny. If the rock is cool, it's overcast. If the rock is white, it's snowing. If the rock is blue, it's cold. If the rock is gone, tornado! So I actually have to use science, but then I use my eyes also. And then I have to make the graphics. I do my job in front of a green screen sometimes. And now we have 3 of your own students who are going to get up and come over with me to the green screen. And they're going to do the weather for you. So come on up. I'm going to switch over for you as they start. Who's first?
No, I'm not first.
Okay, someone's got to come in. Okay, come on in. What's your name?
Hallie.
Hallie. Everyone say hi to Hallie. Hi. Give her a big round of applause to give her some extra encouragement. Okay, so Hallie, he's setting everything up. When you see numbers, or you see everything behind you, oh, you know what? Where's my phone? I need to tell them. If Caroline is watching, we need to go back to weather 1 and get my show up. So, yes, and if we could change over, yeah. So let's see. So what we need Caroline to do in the weather office is switch back to my show, because it looked like my show got taken off. So to go to weather 1, make sure we're on weather 1, and we'll go to my show, because right now it's the pollen counts. And we didn't practice pollen counts, so we don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, go ahead. You're all set. Remember, introduce yourself, and you're ready to go.
Okay. My name is Hallie, and I am in 2nd grade, and I go to Silvercrest Elementary School. And today it is at my school 73 degrees. And this is what it's gonna be on Friday. And this is the rain that is gonna be. This is all the rain that's coming down to us. On Wednesday it's gonna be 88. And on Thursday it's gonna be 82. And on Friday, it's going to be 68.
Yay! Good job. Now, here's what's cool. You can watch yourself do the weather now. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Ready? Okay. Let me get to your graphic. Okay, you're ready. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then don't forget your introduction. Okay, and that's perfect. You're set.
Hi, my name is Alonzo Adams. I'm in 2nd grade. I go to Silvercrest Elementary. Right now it is what is it?
Cold air is coming in Friday.
Cold air is coming in Friday. Now,
Here's how much rain we're going to get.
here's how much rain we're gonna get on Wednesday. It's 88. On Thursday, 82. And on Friday, it's 60. I can't see. 68.
Yeah, good job. Way to go. Good job. That was excellent. Now you can watch yourself. So you can go watch yourself. Okay, we got our last person. What's your name?
Tinley Williams.
Tinley Williams. Everyone say hi to Tinley. Give her some big round of applause for encouragement. Okay, Tinley. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get to the right graphic for you. Okay, you're all set, Tinley. Okay, great.
I'm Tinley Williams, and right now,
Yep.
right now it is 73 degrees, and I go to Silvercrest. And
This is the cold air that's coming in.
This cold air that's coming in. And
How much rain we're getting Friday.
this is how much rain we're going to get Friday. And on Wednesday it's going to be 88. On Thursday it's going to be 82. And on Friday it's going to be 68.
Yeah, good job. Great job. Okay, guys, we have a little less than 2 minutes left, so you get to watch as we end the show. And here's the cool part, and everybody loves this at the school. So what we do, you can see there's a delay on the screen that I'm showing you here. So what we're going to do when our time is out, Renee is going to tell me when we have like 10 seconds left, and we're just going to wave to everybody and say goodbye. But before then, since we have about a minute left, does anyone have a weather question? Not a weather story, but a weather question for me. Yes, come on up. Yep, come on up. So I'm watching Renee. He's going to tell us when we're done. And so when we're done, we're going to have to like stop everything. Well, what's your name?
Lana,
Lana, what's your question?
how do tornadoes happen?
Oh my gosh, how do tornadoes happen? You know, I have slides that explain that, but very quick, we're going to make Lana a cloud, okay? So here's Lana. Lana is a big storm cloud, all right? So Lana comes this way as a storm. She has rain falling here. She has hail. But what's happening in the back of the storm is you're getting a twisting wind. So now in this cloud, there's a twisting, and that lifts the clouds here and creates what's called wind shear. And so the tornado is forming on the backside. So where's the rain? Where's the hail? Where is it dry here, and then you get a tornado here. So that's a simple explanation of how a tornado forms. But it's from one strong supercell thunderstorm, and the tornado is on the back of this, like a football spinning. Great question, great question. We have 15 seconds left. Who can ask a question in 15 seconds? Come on up, yes. 5 seconds, 4, everyone say goodbye.